Ready? Okay, answer this question. 10 years ago, if you saw a random girl you were attracted to, how did you get her number? You didn't. It was a trick question. Most guys need at least 6 beers to even talk to a girl. And even then, they pussy out most of the time. Let's come back to today, though. If a guy sees a woman he's attracted to, what does he have to do now? Type a message and hit send? Swipe right. How much balls does that take? And that's the problem. Any guy can hit on a girl right now without ever leaving his house. Guys who might have talked to a couple of girls a year in the past are now hitting up 100 girls a day. So, how you met a woman in the past or kept her attracted to you just won't work anymore. Even if a woman thinks you're funny or good looking, even if you click with her and you think you're doing everything right, chances are she will still pull away and you'll lose her. This wasn't a problem in the past, but it is right now because the game has permanently changed and you're still playing by the old rules. Now, if you're already sick of friend zone speeches or spinning your wheels and getting nowhere with the girls you really like, I've got bad news for you. Things are about to get worse. Way worse. Hi, I'm Rob Judge, and if you don't understand the hidden psychology behind this picture, then chances are you don't know the new rules of dating. Right now, we're in a hookup culture, and it doesn't matter if you met her on Tinder, or if she's a coworker you have a crush on, or even an ex-girlfriend you want back. Everything about how you pursue a woman and keep her attracted to you has radically changed. Now, you may know me from my last video, which went viral and was watched over 3 million times. In that video, I warned men that nowadays women hate feeling pressured. And if you confess your feelings to a woman too soon or act too interested, you'll scare her away, even if she liked you. How girls expect things to happen fast. And if you wait to make your move, or you don't go for the kiss on the first date, you'll wind up in the friend zone. Or how romantic gestures, like sending flowers, buying her gifts, or being too available to hang out, now make you look needy, old, or inexperienced. A lot of guys ignored me back then or thought their girl was different, but she wasn't. So whether you're 25 or 55, I suggest you pay attention. In the next few minutes, I'll explain why I'm certain your odds of finding a girlfriend or wife are about to plummet, and why there's a very good chance you'll grow old and die alone. You can decide for yourself if I'm exaggerating. As for me, I've never been more certain of anything in my entire life. I can tell you right now, most guys won't have a clue what to do when meeting a woman in the real world becomes next to impossible. When entire relationships take place over text and fizzle out before you even kiss her. They won't know how to play hard to get when even the 5s and 6s have 10 other guys trying to get in their pants. How to stand out when there are hundreds of other messages in her phone all saying the same things. Everything about dating is going to change, I promise you. Of course, the most important part of this situation is not what is happening, but what you can do about it. While sitting on the sidelines or blaming women might feel better right now, the fact is, the longer you're single, the more your stock falls. And pretty soon, you're the old guy at the party fending off the gay rumors and explaining why you're dateless again. Want to hear a scary stat? On average, an attractive single woman over 40 years old receives 113 messages a day. If she's under 40, that number jumps to 236 messages a day. How can you possibly compete nowadays when taller, richer, better in bed than you is one click away? The answer? You start playing by a new set of rules. In this video, I'll show you what's happening and exactly what the new rules are. It's important to watch this right now. If you think you can come back to this video or watch it another time, that would be a bad idea and a big mistake. Because here's a little secret. Right now, there is still a tiny window of opportunity that I'm going to show you how to exploit and get laid like crazy in this new and promiscuous culture by hot 22-year-olds. But that window's closing very soon. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I'm doing personally and what you can do as well. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up and show you in the simplest terms possible what's going on, why I'm so concerned, and what I believe will happen next. September 12th, 2012. That was the day the average guy got his dick chopped up with a swipe to the left. Tinder came along and made things easy. It no longer required sitting in front of a computer. You only got messages from people you matched with. All kinds of girls who would never have been online signed up in droves. Even older women. And it's addicting. Stare at your phone, keep swiping left until you find someone attractive, then swipe right. If they swipe right on you too, ding, it's a match. Welcome to our new hookup culture. Vanity Fair called it Tinder and the dawn of the dating apocalypse. The New York Times, the end of courtship. Fox News, modern romance has permanently permanently changed. CNN, Why Traditional Dating is Dead. Dozens of websites, magazines, and TV shows have cited the rise of the hookup culture and the end of dating as we know it. How girls are enjoying casual sex. How most girls are having sex on the first date. How the average girl has 3 or 4 booty calls in her phone at all times. How girls are actually turned off if you don't try to sleep with them. How on random Tuesday nights, girls are meeting up with guys they just met on Tinder, skipping the dates and the fancy dinners and heading right over to your house for Netflix and blowjobs. How even good girls are topless, bent over the kitchen counter, within hours of matching with a new guy. Even older divorced women are coming out of marriages and enjoying the single life. There's even a term for it, boys on the side. How women are the ones resisting relationships and marriage. How right now girls are having more sex than at any point in history. Wait, how is women having more sex a bad thing? Isn't this all good news? Shouldn't things be easier, not harder? Well, not so fast. Let me show you. See, it all comes back to our good friend, supply and demand. You remember back in high school when a small group of guys got all the girls? Like, a few popular guys were fucking all the cheerleaders, goth girls, party girls, even the cute nerdy girls, and the rest of the class was in the friend zone. That's exactly what's happening right now. Let me explain. See, before Tinder, there was a stigma to meeting someone online, which kept away the really cool guys who got laid super easily in the real world. You know the type I'm talking about. The naturals that always have multiple women chasing them for sex. I call them naturals because they were the guys losing their virginity in the 7th grade. The type women say they hate but still wind up fucking. In the past, these guys never bothered with the average girls, but Tinder has made it as easy as sending Netflix and chill for these guys to get laid with a new younger woman. So what if she's not a 10, right? It's not like they're buying her dinner or waiting weeks to fuck her. They're just sending a few messages and following the new rules. And bam, Chrissy the receptionist is spread out naked on the bed. So, how does this affect you? Supply and demand. Because these naturals are driving up demand. Girls that used to be in your league are now holding out for something better. The cute girls with girlfriend potential, pretty face, hot body, cool personality. She has so many guys worshiping the ground she walks on that she thinks she's Cleopatra. And even now Mark Anthony's not good enough for her. So she immediately rejects potential guys because their height, their age. She doesn't like Asians. They don't photograph well or they don't have enough friends on Facebook. And even when she does say yes to you, all it takes is one tiny mistake. Like showing too much interest or giving off a needy vibe. And you'll scare her away for good. How can you possibly get a woman to commit when she's distracted with so many other options? When she's got a phone full of desperate guys all trying to fuck her, saying the exact same things as you. Never in history has the average girl had so many choices of guys. See, a few years ago, if you worked with a girl like Chrissy, or met her through your social circle, just a tiny bit of game and a few things in common, she would have fallen in love with you. Not anymore. See, the average guy has become a commodity, like aluminum foil. It doesn't matter if you have a sense of humor, financially secure, above average looking, a good job, or how many of your female friends would describe you as a catch. Your value in the marketplace is as close to zilch as it can get. Point is, the cards are seriously stacked against us. Almost every girl you meet has impossibly high standards, and her standards will continue to rise over the next few years. The entire game now takes place online or over messages, where even one wrong text can blow things up. The dating scene is an absolute mess. Women are having more sex than ever, but with only a small group of men. This new hookup culture is like an exclusive club the average guy just can't get into. And here's the scary part and why it's about to get worse. Dating apps and this new hookup culture is going mainstream. Close to 1 million new women a month are signing up for these apps. The ex-girlfriend you're still hoping to run into, your cute coworker, that girl at the gym, the adorable bank teller, the barista who serves you coffee, the woman in your salsa class, that female friend you're secretly in love with. If the woman you have your eye on is not on a dating app yet, she will be. It's inevitable. And if you don't want to wind up losing all the girls you really like, you better know how to counteract it. So, what can you do? Well, I've done a lot of real-world research on this and have found that there is a set of new rules you must follow. and a surprising number of simple things you can do to not only prevent women from growing bored or quickly rejecting you, but actually make girls more attracted and committed to you. So much so that she completely shuts other guys out of her life completely. And if you're so inclined, instead of sitting on the sidelines, you can exploit the same secret rule that naturals have. This makes it so incredibly easy to get hot, horny 22-year-old girls to your place when you understand how the game is played nowadays. Now, let me be clear. Whether you're looking for a wife or a one-night stand, the 3 steps I'm about to lay out are exactly the same. I'll warn you, if you're over 30 years old, chances are some of what I'm about to recommend will seem strange to you. But trust me when I say this, older men are having some of the most success with these new strategies. I'll explain why in a second. First, you want to know the number 1 rule of this hookup culture. It's the same rule that makes the hidden psychology behind this picture so effective. And it's the same rule that makes it so easy for naturals to fuck so many sexy women. And it's the foundation of all 3 steps you're about to discover. The number 1 rule, women want to be with men they think other women want to be with. That's it. If a woman thinks other women are attracted to you and want to date or sleep with you, she'll want to make you her boyfriend or have sex with you. If she thinks you don't usually get girls like her, even if she likes you, she will put the brakes on and reject you. See, women have so many choices of guys to date or sleep with. The only way to filter out who to spend time or have sex with is to rely on social proof, or how in demand you appear to be in this new dating marketplace. If you don't seem in demand, they have no interest in you. Here's a question for you. How do women know that other women are attracted to you? Answer, they don't. Her woman radar will be trying to pick up on any clues. Your text messages, how much attention you give her, how experienced you seem to be with women nowadays. If you want to get women, do and say things that create the impression other women want you. Now, I'm going to share the 3 steps you can use to make any woman think that other women are climbing over each other to get to you. Step number 1, make sure you have lots of options. There's a famous saying, those who look hungry never get fed. Let me be perfectly blunt. Having only one girl you're chasing or fawning over will crush you faster than you can say friend zone. What kind of power can you possibly hold when she knows she's the only girl in your life? And trust me, she knows it. She can smell it on you. The stench of desperation. When you're only talking to one girl, you're too afraid to lose her, so you make all the classic mistakes. Showing too much interest, acting clingy, needy, try hard, desperate, and always available like a puppy dog she can kick around. If a woman doesn't sense that you have other options, then no matter how perfect you think you are together, she'll get bored and find a man that other girls are chasing. Rest assured, if you're not constantly meeting new girls, you will dig yourself into a ditch that you cannot climb out of. Here's the good news. When you play by the new rules, it's never been easier to meet more women. Sure, keeping them is hard. We'll get to that in step 3. But meeting them is as easy as a few clicks on your phone when you know where to look. See, I've identified 4 spots right now, packed with real girls, not fake profiles or prostitutes, not attention-seeking time wasters or wannabe pen pals. Real girls looking to meet up and have fun with guys who understand how the new game is played. See, the first step is to simply bring more options into your life so you avoid acting hungry or desperate when you meet a girl you really like. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it. I'm not going to do that here in this video, but I will explain everything in full detail in my new report called the Match Multiplier Report. And I want to give you a copy to download free of charge. In addition to showing the exact 4 spots you'll find all the available women, I'll show you the secret to getting more matches with the women you really want. I'll also give you my exact profile you can copy that makes you look like a guy women chase. The reality is, girls are making a split-second evaluation of your fuckability. I've discovered 12 simple ways to tip the scale in your favor and get her interested in having sex with you. These tips work even if you're not her normal type, or she usually doesn't go for much older men. See, there's a secret language being spoken in these apps. Think of it as a secret handshake into an exclusive club. And when you begin to speak it, you unlock an unlimited supply of girls to hang out with, have sex with, make other girls jealous, and even turn 1, 2, or 3 or more into your fuck buddy or girlfriend. Here's why I'm so certain of this. 3 years ago, I came out of a divorce and was a 33-year-old single dad. And with a 2-year-old daughter at home, my dating life came to a complete standstill. For years, I easily met women at bars and clubs or through a social circle I had developed out in Vegas. But not only did I no longer have the time or the desire to party and pick up girls like I used to, I also found that the tide had changed, and meeting women in the real world was much more difficult. So, out of necessity, I spent the past few years testing and mastering every aspect of using dating apps to meet hot